Welcome to Raw Honey. I'm your girl Naomi,
And I'm your girl, Brandy.
and this is a special edition. We are going to talk about the D4VD murder case.
Let's get into
It's
this thing, girl. It
everywhere.
is deep.
Yeah. So, what happens when one of the internet's fastest rising star becomes the center of a murder case? Do we know who D4VD is?
Honestly, I'm not really familiar with him. I've seen the name, I've heard it, but I'm not really familiar with where this kid came from.
Right. Okay. Name is David Anthony Burke. He was born in 2005. He just turned 21 in March of this year.
Wow.
He's from Houston, Texas, and both his parents are still together. You know, he was raised like listening to gospel music and stuff, but he started as a gamer content creator before pivoting to music.
Girl,
Yeah,
who is not gaming these days?
I
I mean,
know. And he's not,
everybody is becoming or
yeah,
being discovered from gaming or streaming of
it's
some sort of internet,
girl.
you know?
Kids are not even playing games, they're watching YouTubes of people playing
I
games. It's
know. It's
it's
crazy.
crazy. But so David or D4VD ended up making music out of necessity.
Mm.
It was reported that he wanted background music for gaming montages, but didn't want copyright issues. So he learned how to do production music on like an app called BandLab on his phone, recording in
Okay.
his closet, which led him to strike a deal with Fortnite, and he created the official song for Fortnite called Lock and Loaded.
Wow.
That's
That that
huge.
is
That
huge.
is really, really
So this
huge.
kid, at what age did he create this
That's a
song?
good question. I don't know. I know his breakout was in 2022.
Okay.
Um that's when he broke out.
Approximately like 16 then? Or 8,
Yeah, because that was 4 years ago and he's 21. So 17.
17,
It's
yeah.
young. Young.
Yes.
Yeah. His song that went viral on TikTok, he went viral on TikTok, is called Romantic Homicide. Keep note of that. Romantic Homicide.
Mm,
Because that's pretty much what's going on with this case. It's a romantic so he charted on Billboard Hot 100 with minimal traditional promotion. So if you guys haven't heard his music, I mean, it's kind of they kind of compare him to like Billie Eilish,
yeah.
very emotional storytelling, um,
It's like a
raw
somber,
vocals.
like
Yeah, it's
mellow.
melancholy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so her record label, actually Dark Room Records, actually signed him.
Now let's talk about this record label name. Dark
Dark
Room
Room.
Records.
I mean, like you
Okay.
said, it's that type of indie pop
Yeah,
music,
yeah.
the melancholy, yeah. But this is where the story shifts,
Hmm.
okay? From music charts to criminal court. So in 2026, April, last month in April, he was arrested and charged in connection with the death of a 14-year-old girl,
Wow.
Celeste Rivas Hernandez. So these charges include murder along with other serious allegations. I think he's being charged with first degree murder.
Okay.
He's being charged with like dismemberment.
Hmm.
And
Underage, sleeping
yeah,
with an underage girl.
yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently, I've heard that he met her on Fortnite when she was 11.
Now, that's what kinda has me on the edge because I know so many kids and so many parents, children who are spending numerous hours on
Yeah,
Fortnite unattended.
right.
And just imagine who else is on there, predators or people seeking underage children. You never know, so that's why it's so important to monitor that stuff or
Yeah.
have some type of, what do you call it, parameters
Like,
or
yeah,
yeah, things
exactly.
on there. Wow.
So my 7-year-old grandson, he wants a like headset for his game, and his parents are like, "No, you don't need it," because that way they can hear who he's talking to. With the games, with the headset, only he can hear.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't have that on, it just plays out loud. So yeah,
That's
which is
probably a
what it
good
should
thing.
be. Which
Yes.
is how it should be. And 7 years old, like, who are you talking to?
But
Like,
see, even me as a parent, and I remember
yeah,
my kid like gaming or, gaming on interactive like
yeah.
NFL, NBA, hearing those kids curse and talk to each other crazy and like,
Mm. That's crazy.
yes.
Yeah. So here's what's confirmed. Okay. A victim was identified, an
Mhm.
arrest was made, formal charges were filed. And beyond that, what's been circulating? publicly comes from the prosecutor's allegations, which have not yet been proven in court. So you want to make sure that that's understood. But let's go over the timeline. So between 2024 to 2025, the victim was reported missing a couple of times by her family members.
Yeah, as a
Mhm.
runaway. So this is because her and him had a relationship
Yeah.
starting in 2023?
I'm not sure the exact same dates. I just
Yeah,
have these.
I read that starting in 2023
Okay.
is when they started a relationship.
Oh,
And in this relationship, of course, they would meet up. And even somewhere in between that 2024 and 2025, he took her to his family's home here in Texas.
yeah, I've
So
heard
yeah,
that.
she
Yeah.
she actually met his family,
Yeah. And then so the prosecutors believe that in April of 2025 is when the murder occurred.
right?
They're saying that she was stabbed. And what the prosecutors are alleging was that she was stabbed and let to bleed out in a kiddie pool.
Mm.
Right. Yep. So her remains were discovered in his Tesla in September of 2025 that was abandoned somewhere in Los Angeles. Arrested in April of 2026.
So that's a big question there. What took so long for them to even attempt to arrest him?
Yeah.
That's the first thing. And secondly, what took so long to find her body?
Well, I heard speculations was that he was hiding it in his house. There were speculations that she was in a freezer.
Really?
There's a video of him circulating online, apologizing for the stench in his house. He said that he had used the bathroom like an hour ago, but there's been some rumors about people that come and go in his house complaining about smell.
So I'm
So,
sure they will call those people as witnesses,
oh
or they
yeah,
should,
yeah.
definitely.
So let's talk about the allegations.
Okay.
Yeah,
So here's a couple of things that he's being accused of.
yeah.
So motive is killing her to prevent her from exposing their relationship.
Mhm.
Because she was a minor technically and he was an
Yes,
adult, he definitely did not want that relationship to be exposed to not just public, but to his record or
yeah.
artists and things like that.
Well, who knows what else she was going to expose? Like, I know there was text messages that they found on his phone, between Celeste and himself
Yeah.
about abortion, the
Yeah.
Plan B pill.
Well, I think the biggest thing is that their sexual relationship started when she was 11.
Oh,
So,
I think it started when she was 13. They met when she was 11, but I think it started when she was 13. But
okay. Well,
that's
allegedly,
just what the prosecutors are alleging.
yeah.
We really don't know.
So another thing is after the killing,
Mhm.
claims include that he dismembered the body. Yeah.
Yes.
So using a chainsaw and other tools to like remove her fingers.
Yeah, so apparently they're saying that they had matching tattoos.
Yes.
Both of them had tattoos on their fingers that said shh. And then apparently, she had a tattoo of his name on her ring finger, and that finger is missing, and also the
As well.
finger next to it. They're
Now,
all,
here's the thing.
yeah,
Apparently, he ordered all of these items to disclose evidence, like a kiddie pool,
yeah,
garbage can, containers, body bag, all of
yeah,
these things under a alias.
an alias. I think it was
Yeah,
Victoria Mendez was the
yeah.
name that he
But delivered to
used.
his home.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, a burned box, an inflatable pool, two chainsaws.
yeah,
This is like a script out of a movie, guys.
it really
It's really
is.
wild. And when I was talking to my 18-year-old
Yeah.
about it, he was saying that this could be the first celebrity to actually get a death sentence.
Mm,
And I'm not sure how accurate that could be, but that's big. He was like, "Mom, this is like the OJ Simpson of like my generation."
wow. That's
And I
crazy.
can
Like,
see that. Can you see the documentaries, the movies that are gonna come from
definitely.
this?
Mhm. And, it's unfortunate that it had to be another black male that's being I'm just saying it had to be another black male put on this huge platform
Yeah.
to seem as if he's creating this act of crime out of
Yeah.
love. or whatever it was.
So, this reminds me, one of the charges was, something about, like, getting rid of a witness because of financial gain.
Mm.
So they're saying that that's one of the motives, that he killed her because then she would, out him. And
Yeah.
I think he was about to drop an album. He was about to drop another Fortnite skin. He was about to do collaborate music with some kind of anime or
And he was on concert.
cartoon. Yeah, yeah. He had
Yeah.
I think he had before the last time he talked to her, I think it was April 23rd. He had just came back from Coachella. And then, what's crazy is that, her last text was like around 10 o'clock that night. He had paid for an Uber to have her come from her home to his house. And then 20 minutes after her last text message, he was like texting her phone, "Where are you? Why haven't you arrived yet?"
Mm.
And,
Mind games.
yeah, the prosecution is saying that's kind of like a cover up.
Yeah. Yeah. So here's my thing. I like to play devil's advocate.
Okay.
So, this 13-year-old immature girl
Mhm.
who is in love with this upcoming rising artist.
She's struck by his stardom.
Yeah. But then jealousy kicks
Mhm.
in
Okay.
because here he is sleeping with other girls, is apparently she was
We don't
jealous with
know.
him.
Do we know
Apparently,
this?
yes.
Okay.
Apparently they said in the text
Yeah.
messages and the things that they saw on his phone,
Mhm.
she was definitely jealous of him sleeping with other women.
Mhm.
And so she would, send him messages and things of this nature. And so I think that became an issue.
Okay.
And that's when she threatened him
Yeah.
with exposing their relationship.
Yeah.
And I think that triggered emotions on both ends.
So it's also been reported that he went to her middle school and paid one of her friends $1,000 to give Celeste a new phone because when her parents first found out about their relationship,
Yeah.
they took her phone.
Yeah, of
But she
course.
just kept running away, and so they were just like, "Okay, we know where she is." There was a time when they did call the police to report her missing, so there was a police investigation on her, running away before all of this happened.
And
But
as
they
as a
didn't do anything. Her being an underage girl, being with this adult, they didn't carry
who
out
didn't?
the police. When
Mm,
when the parents reported her missing and saying, "Okay, like, she's 12, 13, and she's with this 20-year-old."
but they
Like,
couldn't prove that at the time
couldn't prove what?
that she
They
was
had
with him.
cell phones. I mean, they knew where she was.
Mm.
But that's why you're supposed to investigate.
Well,
Yeah.
yes and no, but there wasn't a crime being committed at that time. So
She
you're
was
saying
she
she's
was
running away
missing.
from home.
Okay, if you're a child, you have a daughter.
Yeah.
If you know your daughter's talking to this person
Yes.
and she goes missing, you know where
Yes.
she's at. You call the police and say,
Yes.
"She's over there."
Right, but there's no crime being committed at that time. She ran away from home to this adult's home, right?
The police can to make her go back home.
Yeah, they can,
Yeah.
but how do you know that wasn't a part of the conversation or that didn't happen because she went
That's
back
what they
home?
said. They said that's what they're saying, that they didn't do anything with the case. They should have
Mm,
investigated it more.
we'll have to get more
They
more
probably
information on
would,
that.
if they had dug into that investigation, they probably would have learned that they were having sex, consensual sex,
I
but
think they knew
still.
that. I think her parents knew that
No,
based
the
off of.
police is what I'm saying. Had they
But I'm just saying the
investigated.
police can't really do anything about that.
Okay, all right. We're not going to argue about
Yeah.
that, but yeah, we'll keep
But
going.
anyways, okay,
Yeah.
so here's a couple of things that's what's causing them to point to him. The DNA evidence in his home,
Mm,
the explicit messages and photos in his phone,
yep.
um, a couple of other things like
Tracking of his
the
car.
surveillance on his
Hmm.
home, tracking of his car, the forensic analyst has just really kind of like, and I think you said you really can't, go off of that forensic analyst. You want to do it a couple of times
Hmm.
because we're human. Human
Yeah.
makes mistakes.
Yeah.
So those are definitely some major things that are causing them to definitely point the finger at him,
Yeah.
which, I think we also talked about 90% of murders or homicides or anything like that are
Are
done
usually
by,
by your romantic
yeah,
partner or
or
someone that
family member or someone
the
like that.
victim knew. Yeah. And what's crazy too is I don't know if you've heard some of his music, which I mean, this man is very talented. I mean,
Mhm.
I've heard some of his music. It's really great. But a lot of his music videos, the female in the music video looked just like her.
Yes.
And did you know he actually has a song named after her called Celeste? And
Wow.
so I try to look for the song, but I think that like Spotify and Amazon Music might have removed it because I couldn't find.
Mm,
But I did find a podcast episode where they broke down the song Celeste.
yeah.
Yeah, it's this man was just obsessed
And I
with
do
her.
think that he could possibly been in love with her.
With a child.
Age is nothing but a number.
Age with
Age
this
can't
man was
disclose your feelings. There has been men who
okay,
have
if she was
married
16,
underage
then
women.
yes, but 11, what were you doing when you were 11 years old? Come on. What were you
I
doing when
get
you
it,
were
but he
12 or
was also
you
what?
probably don't even have a
He was
period
also 17, 18, right?
at 11 years old. But that's
No, no,
even
no,
creep.
think about
Think
it.
about your son, 17, dating an 11-year-old. You
I think
okay
you're
with
wrapped up
that?
into the age thing. I'm
Okay. Are
thinking
you okay
from
with your
I'm
17-year-old
not,
son dating an
but you
11-year-old?
can't control someone's emotions. You can't control someone's
You
feelings
shouldn't have an
no matter
emotion.
what.
You shouldn't be attracted first place.
Girl, do you know how many molestations and things
I
go on
do, but
by
it doesn't mean it's
older men or
okay.
women that are
But it
attracted to
does
younger?
not
I'm
mean
not
it's
saying
okay.
it's okay. I think
He
you're
it
getting
was
the
also
wrong.
reported that this man had child porn on his
Okay,
phone.
so let's remove our opinion and our feelings out of it.
Yes.
So I'm saying from a perspective of love. You
This is
people
opinion. You're talking
Yes,
about
this is opinion.
perspective.
But I'm
So
saying,
let's talk
like,
facts.
look at R. Kelly and Aaliyah.
Okay.
Aaliyah was 15. This 30-year-old man was in
15
love.
is different than 11.
Okay.
Oh my
I
gosh.
guess you're not
You
understanding what
don't
I'm
even have
saying.
a period
It's
at
a
11.
You think he's thinking about a period? He didn't know. He didn't know what age
He's
a
thinking
girl
about
or a woman
children. Ugh,
starts a period. But I get
okay.
what you're saying. She was 11. Yes. But from his emotional standpoint, he wasn't thinking about age. He fell in love with this girl who whatever they were doing on Fortnite, whatever
Okay. We
conversations,
don't know. You
whatever
can't speak
laughs.
for him.
No, I'm
So we
saying
don't.
based off of his music, based off
Yeah.
of the females that he have in his videos that look exactly like her, based off him writing a song
It's
about her,
almost like
based off of
he
them having
plotted
tattoos of each
this.
other.
I mean, you have a song called Romantic Homicide. You know, you have these supplies that were shipped to your home. Then you have this
We're not
woman,
talking
this
about that. We're talking about what
but what I'm
led up to
saying,
it.
it's almost like it was plotted. It almost seems like this whole thing was plotted. I don't know if this was a way for him to become notorious and you
Mm.
know, famous in a way. I don't know, but for the fact that he's pleading not
I was
guilty.
about to say, but there is a defense to the whole case, right? There is a defense, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if the guy murdered the girl or not. I'm just going off of my perspective
Okay.
of the scenario. So he did deny it. He
Right.
denied that he didn't do it.
Right.
Most people do deny it, right?
Yeah.
Because we just said the guy that we thought could or could not have murdered his girl in Africa
Mhm.
said he didn't do it. But do we
Okay.
know?
Okay.
Do we know?
No, of course, we don't
Okay,
know
so
if
we don't
David
know
did
if
this
he did it,
either, but
right?
look at all the overwhelming evidence.
True. True. So there is a
Her
lot of
body was
evidence.
found in his trunk.
But what if he had someone else murder her?
Exactly. That's what the
So,
defense is gonna argue, the
yeah.
timeline. He could have been set up.
Yep. And then they're saying that, the forensic evidence as far as like her DNA and things. Of course, there was DNA. They were sleeping together.
Yeah.
She was over at his house numerous times. So,
Mhm.
of course, her DNA is going to be at his place
Mhm.
of residence, right? Yeah. And because there is a legal system,
Yeah.
he has to be proven guilty, right?
Right. He's innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah. So I think in a lot of crimes are out of act of love. I think they're called love crime, crime of love or
Crime of passion.
passion.
Mhm.
So I do think, he was afraid to probably be exposed.
Mhm.
He was afraid to lose all of his money and publicity and stardom.
Yeah.
But I think he also loved this girl.
Mhm.
So that's my defensive position on it.
Oh, is
Yeah.
it? Oh,
Yeah,
okay. What
because
else do we have? What other notes do we have on David?
they're just saying the same thing, that he's denied it. He's plead not guilty. The timeline doesn't match the forensic claims. And that no conviction has been given yet.
Yeah, so we just want to just put it out there that these are all mostly allegations that the prosecutor has presented. Nothing has been proven yet. He's got three charges that has been filed against him. He is locked up right now behind bars in LA County. Um, and I think the next hearing is at the end of May. So let us know, are you guys following this story?
Yeah.
Let us know, what do you think? Do you think he's guilty? What do you think about his plea to plead not to guilty? I mean, there's so much evidence.
There is so
Yeah,
much evidence, and there's so many people chiming in, and I think that another thing they were saying is that there's a different kind of trial happening already outside of,
which is the public.
yeah, like, there's
Yeah,
so many TikTokers and, podcasts and individuals who are chiming into this, and I think it's important that people actually pay attention and listen to what's going on because it's affecting the youth, it's affecting the
yeah.
future, and
Right. So stay tuned. We hope you liked this special edition of
yeah,
Raw Honey. Let us know what you think. See you
and
guys
we're
next
out.
time. So funny.
Girl, you wanna argue with me so bad.
No, it's because like I'm trying to stick to facts, and then you're like talking a lot more about your perspective and your thoughts and what like you know